All right, hey, good morning. Elliot Cute, Cottonwood Urban Farm. That's Cub in the back, staring at some squirrels. We're here in the garden beds, and really excited to be able to make this little video and have it shared as part of the Celebrating Words digital festival this year with Tia Chucha. So we're gonna talk a little bit about organic gardening basics, how we build a garden bed here at the farm, how we start seeds, and kind of the process of transplanting them. And we're gonna be taking a bed that's finished here of sunflowers and weeding it, amending it, and then planting out. We started a bunch of sweet corn in trays. So that'll be the process. Y cuando puedo voy a decir cosas en español por la gente que no hablan inglés. Pero gracias a todos y vamos a empezar. Okay, so here we have our garden bed of sunflowers, girasol. So really beautiful. We're gonna cut some of the ones that are still pretty and beautiful and put them in a vase and keep them. What you'll see is after the flowers end, behind the flowers is where all the seeds are. So we'll save these seed heads for planting for next year's crop. So quiero decir nada más de aquí tenemos girasol y estamos en el fin de la, ¿cómo se dice? La temporada de que sembramos eso. Y atrás de las flores, cuando los insectos se polinizan, las flores tenemos semillas. So vamos a guardar todas las cabezas de las flores aquí en una caja y guardar la semilla por el año que viene. So vamos a quitar todas las plantas aquí y preparar la cama a sembrar nuestro maíz. Okay, so here we've taken out all of the plant matter. I left a few plants right there, you'll see them. Those are marigolds, cempasúchil, and those are actually grow good with corn. So we're gonna leave those. But now what we'll do is we're gonna come through with our single shovel and loosen up the thing. So that helps put oxygen into the soil so the roots can spread through. It loosens things up. So aquí nada más con nuestra pala, nuestra pala, y vamos a abrir la tierra a recibir el oxígeno por los raíces. Voy a hacer otro time lapse. Okay, so we've gone through and we've loosened up all the soil. So basically in the garden bed, you can see here's a hard piece of soil. And by coming through with our shovel, we've taken it and made it soft again. So this is a much better context or place for roots to be able to grow freely. If they hit that hard block, it's hard for them to push through, all right? So we've gone through and we've just lightly broken it up. All right, so now it's time for fertilizer. The preferred brand, if you're going organic, it's made here in Southern California. It's called Gardener and Bloom, and you'll see organic, and you'll see right here, OMRI certified, which means it's been certified that all the inputs are organic. All purpose, that's all you need. And you'll always see 3 numbers. So this one is 323. nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Those three numbers will always be on your fertilizer. If you don't want to use organic fertilizer, the numbers will be bigger. You have to be a little bit more cautious. This is liquid fertilizer, but the same brand comes in dry fertilizer. I think when building a garden bed, the dry fertilizer is the best, okay? So, en español, ojalá. Aquí es un fertilizante orgánica y esta marca es de sur de California, local de Los Ángeles más o menos. Se nombra Gardner and Bloom. Y esta marca significa es certificado orgánica y así es importante para usted a usar cosas orgánicas. Siempre mira por esta marca. En mi opinión es mejor, pero así quieres usar fertilizante convencional, no sé, es más fuerte, es más cuidado. Aquí podemos poner más en la tierra y mezclarlo y sin miedo a molestar las plantas porque es natural. Y los números aquí: nitrógeno, phosphorus, potassium, no sé en español, pero estos tres números siempre están en paquetes de fertilizante. Cuando son un número, son ¿cómo puedo decir? Suaves, son menos fuertes por las plantas. So, aquí es en la manera de polvo y es mi preferida fertilizante cuando estoy construyendo las camas, fertilizante de polvo seco. So aquí es 4 tazas más o menos por una cama de casi 20 pies de 30 pulgadas ancho. So the idea here is this is about 4 cups for a bed that is 30 inches wide, 20 feet long, and we're just gonna spread it over the top. We're gonna do this before we add compost. So I'll do that now. Pretty simple, an even covering over the whole bed. This type of fertilizer helps build a living soil, build the microbial activity that roots use to feed off of. So we're gonna put that fertilizer down and then I'm gonna go get it right now. But what we're gonna put on. Okay, so aquí tenemos composta, our compost. Tenemos un negocio aquí con un fines sin lucro, se nombre LA Compost. And gente puede dejar su comida podrida aquí y estamos mezclando con molida de madera, mulch, comida podrida a crecer. Esta es un fertilizante pero composta. The purpose of compost, all right, if I squeeze it together, it holds and it breaks apart. So it holds moisture around the roots. Also, all of this is food for the plants, all right? Esto es comida para las plantas. Por las plantas, para las plantas, no sé, pero más o menos, It's really important to mix compost in your bed. We make compost, but you can go to Home Depot or your local nursery and find soil amendment or compost. I wouldn't use steer manure. You don't want potting soil, but soil amendment. Again, the same company that makes the fertilizer, Gardner and Bloom, has a product called Harvest Supreme. It's great, it's affordable. So for a bed like this, they come in 2 cubic foot bags. I would buy maybe 2, maybe 3. If your soil, we've put a lot of compost in here, so we don't have to add that much. If you've never planted in your area before, more compost the better, all right? And really mix it in. So here, I'm gonna put it down, lightly mix, and rake it flat because we already have so much compost in the soil. If it's your first time on virgin soil, really dig it as we dug with the shovel before. Dig it and mix it into the bed. Get the fertilizer all in there. You're gonna try to basically break up any hard soil by putting this stuff in there, okay? So aquí tenemos muchos años sembrando y poniendo composta en la tierra. Así es con tierra virgen. La primera vez que está creciendo una cosa en ese lugar, ponga más composta. Por una cama aquí de 30 pulgadas, 20 pies, más o menos 3 bolsas de composta. Puede comprar composta en Home Depot, un vivero cerca de tu casa, pero mira por composta, o dice en inglés soil amendment. No quiere potting soil, quiere soil amendment o composta. Pero más o menos 3 bolsas cada cama grande. Así está sembrado en un lugar chiquitito, una bolsa. Pero nada más es cambiar la textura de la tierra y pon fertilizante y comida por las plantas mezclando con la tierra. Otra vez, disculpa por mi español, pero estoy haciendo mi mejor nivel de español ahorita. Voy a poner toda la composta sobre de la cama y mezclarla. Otro timelapse. Okay, so if I can pan back, here we have our bed. Again, mixing the compost, mixing the fertilizer, and you want to try to make it flat. You know, if you're working on the ground and it's kind of hilled up, make it flat so when you water, the water sits on top, it doesn't run off. Here we use drip line. You don't have to have drip line. We have it, sistema de goteo, right? So it just puts little drops of water. It's nice, but not necessary. But especially with drip line, it's nice to have a flat tabletop so the water doesn't run off the side. Okay, so here though, we have our maíz, the corn. This is a really nice one. Peaches and cream, it's white and yellow kernels. You can get seed packets at Home Depot, nursery, online. If you care for it to be organic, it'll have that organic symbol again. So these were started about a week and a half ago, and we use what we call plug trays. You can use anything. You can use a cup, you can use egg cartons. All you want to make sure is that it holds the soil and that it drains. So this has holes in the bottom. You don't want something like a cup without any holes in the bottom. So if you use a plastic cup, poke holes so the water can come through but then leave. On the back of a seed packet is all the information you need about that crop. So it'll tell you what kind of sunlight it likes, full sun, row spacing, so how far apart they should be in the beds, plant spacing, how close they should be within the beds, the depth, all right, days to germination, how many days it'll take for the plant to sprout out of the seed, and days to harvest, okay? So corn, real rapid, usually within a week, 7 days. If you take a little dried kernel, that's all we did here. If I can open it. Dried piece of corn. Put it in the soil. A trick someone taught me is, however wide the seed is, you plant it twice as deep. That's the depth. So in general, bigger seeds plant deeper, smaller seeds plant closer to the top. En general, un ley que puede usar cuando estamos sembrando semillas, semilla más grande, más abajo. Semillas chiquitas, más cerca de arriba. So that's a really simple way. It'll always tell you on the seed packet. Siempre hay información atrás del paquete de dónde quieres sembrar, como en sol, como lleno sol, medio sol, espacio entre las plantas, como profundo a poner las semillas, toda la información está aquí. So in any event, easy way is always start it in a tray indoors, all right? If you put it straight into the yard, sometimes it's hard. So it's easier to start them inside where you can keep an eye on them, you can keep them wet and let them grow a little bit stronger. In any event, what we'll be doing is we'll be planting these rows out. I use a stick. This stick is about 16 inches long. I have a mark on here where 1 foot is, and basically I'll put a plant and it helps me keep my spacing. We'll stagger them in between the beds, all right? Or in between the, in the bed so that they're not all tight together and there's kind of a triangle shape. Again, the information here says about 1 foot from each other. So that's what we're gonna do. Once again, I'll film another time lapse. Okay, so I had attempted to shoot a time lapse. I don't know if it happened, but here we have all of the corn laid out for planting. And because we've loosened up the soil, it's gonna be super easy for us to dig down, open up a hole, drop our little corn plant in, and close it back up. So hopefully, if the soil is nice and loose, you're not gonna have to do much in the way of digging. So now we'll go through and plant these all out. I'll try to get a time lapse. All right, so here we have them all planted. Again, my time lapse did not work. So they're all planted, gonna water them in. And that's really a key. Okay, there's Cub. Okay, that's really a key when you're starting out, is just to keep the moisture even. So don't go in there, buddy. Out. Every day, check it. If you're hand watering, just make sure that the water's staying moist, especially as we come into summer and the heat rises, right? Good gardening, good organic gardening is about observation and being invested in your garden. So taking that care. So right now, what I'll do is I'll go through and water and soak this all. And over the next couple of days, really checking it, make sure I'm watering it, keeping it happy. If anything happens to fall over, come back, pack it back down, make sure it's sitting upright. But in general, that's it. And I would say just have fun with it. Get a packet of seeds, whatever they may be. If it's corn or it's tomato or anything, try something. Squash is a really fun one. Radish, really quick growing. But get in there, try it, experiment. I think in these crazy times, there's no better time than to enjoy and learn the process of growing your own food. So, gracias a todos por su apoyo. Si quiere pasar a conocer nosotros y nuestro proyecto aquí, Cottonwood Urban Farm, estamos abiertos al público cada sábado 9 en la mañana a 12 en la tarde. Y también estamos vendiendo paquetes de verduras. Tú puedes mandar un correo electrónico a nosotros a marketzero@cufarm.org. Y thanks for bearing with my Spanish. I tried the best. And thank you for Tia Chuchas and the Celebrating Words Festival for letting me be a part of it. Have a great one.